Hello everyone. Today I am at Karnavati University with Dr. A.K.S. Suryavanshi, Vice Chancellor of the Karnavati University. Hello sir, welcome to the College Dunia portal.
Thank you so much and welcome to the university.
Thank you so much sir. So coming down to the questionnaire section, you held a key position at the Education Institute and University throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
The key factor is actually passion and involvement. For me, a career into education sector is not a job actually. It is an involvement, it is a responsibility, and I come from a corporate background. So after 8 years of working in a large corporate, I shifted to academics. I did my full-time PhD and a postdoc, and then entered the academic sector. But of last almost 17 years of academic journey has been absolutely fabulous. Connecting with the students, trying to add value to the ecosystem of education. Other stakeholders also advising, consulting for the companies, doing management development programs. So this is the entire full spectrum. So this is absolutely an engagement with heart.
That's very nice, sir. My next question is, being the Vice Chancellor of Karnavati University, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of this university?
See, Karnavati University is a very focused university. We do not believe in numbers. We also do not believe in just data, the core data that doesn't have much of core qualitative backing. So Karnavati University, close to 2 decades of existence as an education group, and our flagship program is the design one. We have affiliate, a constituent college called United World Institute of Design that runs our flagship program for BDES and MDES and also Global Design Program. So this, program is as such, it has a specialization into industrial design, automotive design, augmented reality, visual communication, with very, very large and enriched workshops like FEDLEARN, a textile workshop, clay workshop, ceramic, metal, lifestyle accessories, jewelry, and many other. Now, the strategy for the university is very, very focused. We don't want to offer all the programs and any program. We want to offer the program where we feel we are good at or we have developed some kind of expertise over the period of years. So that includes our design programs all across I mentioned. Second is that focus about the School of Dentistry. So our School of Dentistry is having one of the state-of-the-art laboratories workshop where a large amount of teeth accessories are, manufactured in-house. We have OPD that is run for the social benefits. Almost you can say it's a free of cost for everyone at the quality parameters. Then the School of Law is running a law program and School of Business runs a typical program at undergrad for the students in this area. We have a liberal arts school also. So liberal arts school is again a very, very niche school because students there spend around 4 years. 4th year as of now in the old system it was an advanced diploma, but now in the National Education Policy, the nomenclature will be different. The students will have exit options, and the newest on the block, the youngest kid on the block of the university is the School of Computational Intelligence that runs a program into BTech Computer Science, with Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, and we have a BSc Computer Science program also. But having said that, the strategy is not just to run these programs. The strategy is to have a fusion of academic delivery and a corporate learning, and also what the practitioners expect out of our students. So for that, we have a large amount of activity which is beyond the classroom. So for example, we have all the students undergo a leadership development laboratory, all the first year students over the period of 1 year. So they learn leadership by doing activity with the peers. They learn how to manage the targets. They also learn how to manage the time and the peer pressure. Second experiential learning we have, which is a lot of projects that have some amount of experimentation, especially in design. So students are encouraged to do a long internship whereby they learn into experimentation method, and they develop their own, I can say, understanding as well as the utility for the craft that they have been studying. Of late, last 6 months, especially the pandemic due to the health crisis, what we have focused is that offer some of the choice-based credit system in a liberal way. And recently, we are going to now, include simulations also. So our students will learn a couple of courses through simulations. Interestingly, we have made one period per week called Research in Library, RIL. So research in library, whereby every student at least once a week spend one class along with the professor in the library, learning about the new research that has come, going through the volumes of books, going through the catalog system in library. Basically, they touch the books, they look at the journals, they discuss within the library, and this has developed a mindset of the students which makes them neutral, scientific, objective, and very less subjective mindset. You will be very happy to know that our focus on entrepreneurship is immense. So usually the university has one incubator, but Karnavati University has 2 incubators. Quite interesting, because we have got one incubator called KIIF, which is Karnavati Innovation Incubation Foundation. This is a sector agnostic incubator, where anybody startup having an idea, any sector, they can come on the board and they can register their willingness, they spend time and they land up into startup out of the campus. Second incubator is called Defense Design Technology Incubator of India, DDTII, that is sector specific incubator. This is in keeping in line with the Atmanirbhar Bharat and the scheme of Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi ji, is that to develop the research and development into defense sector, defense procurement, defense R&D. So anyone who has got an idea related to defense sector, they are most welcome to experiment our place, work with a lot of colleagues here. And the last but not the least, my strategy has been also with a support from the board and the support from the Chancellor, our President, Mr. Jitesh Hara. We have tried to invite international visiting professor as a part of curriculum. So on the campus, in an academic year, you'll find close to 40 plus international visiting professors who have come and spent time close to 3 to 5 weeks on the campus, interacting with the students and the community. But yes, many more to do, and it is just the way.
That's very informative, sir. Coming down to the next question, the education system in India and foreign countries are structured very differently. As you are aware about that, in your experience, what can an inbound student gain from the studying here at your university?
Lot. It's a very good question you asked. Though our education delivery system, education, I'll say as a pedagogy also and also a structural, including curriculum to some part, though curriculum has been almost now catching up, is different between now international also is different between Southeast Asian nations. North America, especially US and Canada, are a bit different. UK, they have their own system. European Union again varies from country to country. Typically, French and German things will be a bit different. But what our international students visiting my university, which is Karnavati University, or any university in India can gain, is that trying to run through a mini experiments into the social strata that is very unique to India. I don't want to say third world. We are never part of third world now. We are a very high developing nations. We are going to become a 4th largest economy anytime. Increase the strength in the 4th largest economy. We are going to also become one of the most populous nation, which is both concern also and a good happy moment also. Close to 1.5 billion population by 2030 or maybe 2032. So students coming from abroad can learn by running a part of mini experiments depending upon the social data we have got. Second, they can also learn, basically from our SMEs, small and medium enterprises, how they function, how they contribute to the economy. Just like European Union, close to 90% of our economic activity, I will not say about taxation or the volume, but economic activity, employment are through SME sector, small and medium enterprises. Just like EU, European Union, or maybe EEA, which is European Economic Area. So students can learn by spending some time with these sectors with the help of the college or the university where they are doing the exchange. But most important, and I would like to emphasize, they should spend some time and learn through our startup ecosystem, which is just fabulous. It is just, I mean, this is the best time for India. So pandemic has maybe snatched a lot of good things, but also given back one good aspect is that our startup system is booming, our stock exchange is doing great, and they should look at these two.
That's very nice and perfectly explained, sir. What do you think should be the university's top priority over the next 10 years?
Karnavati University top priority.
Yes.
Okay, that's like rabbit in the hat. But let me take out some rabbits. I will hide many rabbits. But yes, one is that we want to build more laboratories. To be honest with you, very, very good laboratories. And I'm very grateful to our board of management. They never say no to me when I go to them with the justifications. And we have a very, very energized board headed by our president. So build more laboratories. That is one. Bring international exchange students more in number, quite more. And also send our students on exchange program outside. Another aspect is that to develop a center for content development. To establish actually Center for Content Development. We would like to develop a lot of content, and one more thing which we want to do is that some content we wish to convert into simulation, because with the knowledge that has been derived over 2 decades, a lot of things are there that can become part of our simulations where the students from similar economy can learn, or other parts of the world can just have a look at it. Last, I think another aspect which I can share is that to work a lot about entrepreneurship. Aim is that to make our large amount of lady students entrepreneurs. So my focus is that all the daughters on the campus should look, I find them not coming for entrepreneurship. So this is one of the major agenda also on my mind, that if the children can, lady students can come forward and become part of entrepreneurial system, I think this will be good for the university.
That's very informative, sir.
That's few rabbits only.
Coming down to the next question, sir. How does the curriculum of Karnavati University ensures the best practice of the industry, and how it is welcoming to the different race and different economic background student? How you are welcoming that?
So there are 2 questions.
Yes.
One is that how do I welcome the people from disadvantaged position or maybe different economic background. One thing is that Karnavati University, right from day one, we tell that we do not absolutely, I will not say even discriminate, but even think about gender, caste, creed, reason, preferences, meals, and their own personal choices. Absolutely, we have no business to look into that. Everybody is unique. Everybody is respected, and we do not have subjective mindset at all. There is no scope here. Our campus is one of the safest, I can say, because we have a zero tolerance policy towards any negativity on these counts, as well as gender discrimination. There is no absolutely real compromise on this. But what is important that how do I have built up the curriculum part?
Yes, best practice.
Curriculum of the best and bringing the best practices is that I have tried to put it around 10% of the content is taught by the practice professors. That is, the industry practitioners are invited and they teach part of the content instead of the faculty delivering entire content. That is one. Second is that, as I have shared earlier, some of the content, I'll say sometime credit course is being taught by international visiting professors. They do that, So that is, I can say, one more addition which helps a lot. And the best practice also comes out that every student has to do live projects, whether he's from law or business, live project or period of 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks, beside internship. Internship is different. Internship is very compulsory, where they do with a particular industry or a research laboratory, but they do a project. Live project is very interesting. Sometimes they do the project in groups also, if the project size is large. But yes, that is the part of best practices we have tried to bring in so far.
That's very nicely explained, sir. Coming down to the last questions, last question. Any suggestion would you like to give to the current youth and aspiring students for the university? And
Yeah, suggestions, though admissions is over now because only for the next year, but I think those who are right now enrolled into any university, any place, or trying to enter university next year, is that remember, you do not get stereotyped and do not believe in all the stories, because your story is unique, your family is unique, your thought process is unique, you have a mind of your own. So don't gain the knowledge, but don't let decisions be taken by anybody else. Decision has to be yours, and decision has to be very well measured. So excuse me, that is one. I think I'll be also tempted to tell them that do not believe into negative, I'll say, negative practices, that this is not happening, that is not happening, this didn't happen. Let's not look at what didn't happen or what is not there in our country. Let's look at what is there in our country, what is there in our locality, in my home. There are large amount of things which is very, very good. Belief in the government of the day. This is very unusual because people normally see, because expect a lot from government, but always remember, we have to support government of the day. Whosoever is running a government, we must emotionally support. The students should believe in the policies of the government and give suggestions to government whenever they are asking. We normally expect that things will happen without going for a votes or without giving suggestions. So please give suggestions. Suggestions from children, suggestions from youth. I can definitely say that this is heard and read very carefully by all people. So even a child writes to me, then I read that email very carefully, very, very carefully. And same is the case with people sitting in the authorities, ministries, and so on and so forth. Please write to them, please use the forums, give suggestions, be part of the change that we want to see, what the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji, has told, so many decades ago. And last but not the least, stay towards the feeling that your life is just not your life. Your life is a combination of so many lives. Your life is an extension of your father's life, extension of your mother's life, extension of your sister's family, village, community life. So we are connected, hence we have a responsibility. So go out, win the world, do what you want to do, achieve, but I guess believe in the positivity.
that's very motivative, sir. Thank you being a part of College Dunia. So I am with Dr. A.K.S. Suryavanshi, Vice Chancellor of Karnavati University. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for visiting, because Karnavati University is a knowledge university, and you say College Dunia, we also say KU Dunia. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.